You know what's really interesting about this whole situation is we're not just seeing tension between generations anymore, which has been building for a while, millennials versus boomers. It's creating this new divide within generations that we're just at the start of. So you've got, like you said earlier, millennials who are going to inherit substantial amounts of money, and then a lot of millennials who aren't. And that's affecting everything from political views to how much faith people have in our institutions. We're seeing that breakdown in the social contract. That's not just an economic issue. It's about the entire promise of Canada, that everyone gets a fair shot, regardless of who their parents are, that growing up as a millennial, if you went to school, you worked hard, you got a good job, you'd be able to afford a home and afford to have a family. And when people feel like their success depends more on their parents' wealth and their own efforts, it breeds this kind of cynicism and resentment about everything, government, institutions, the entire system. And this is part of what we've been seeing play out in the polls with young people. There's been this massive swing to supporting the Conservative Party on a federal level. But if you dig into that data, it's not necessarily that young people have suddenly, over the course of the year, massively shifted to conservative values. It's more that they're so frustrated with their economic situation, their lack of access to housing, to starting a family, they're living paycheck to paycheck, or they're in massive debt. This has led to them just seeking any other type of solution. It's this lack of faith of what's currently working in government and institutions. And that's particularly playing into the strain of populist conservatism we're seeing, where it's almost more about tearing down institutions than building up new solutions.